Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
You. It is a Thursday morning, the second day of May. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show. And how about that for some exciting news to start off the newscast today with Scotty McCreery coming to town on August the 9th. We'll get to that in just a few moments. But we got a great show today. Dan Herkert and I talked yesterday evening to break the news. We're going to do that in a second. We already broke it about an hour ago. Scotty McCreery coming to Alton. We'll get all the details in that interview. And then around 9:20, we're going to talk to Lee Cox, Theater Thursday. It's the first Thursday of the month at 10:10. We're going to be talking to a few of the students at Alton Middle School. They had the opportunity to go on a field trip and come tour RiverBender.com and come tour the studio a little bit, learn a little bit about podcasting, because Alton Middle School actually has their own school podcast. So they came down on a little bit of a field trip. I chatted with a few of them. Then next week, or actually on the 7th, which is next week, I'll be going over to Alton Middle School to do the last episode of the year for their podcast. So very much looking forward to that. Then 10:30, we're talking to Rachel and Co., and we're getting the latest out of Wood River. There's some exciting news coming down the pipeline. We get some good treats coming in too. I'm looking forward to all of that's coming down the pipeline today. But at 9:05, here's what's happening around the River Bend. Let's just take you to the big one first, and we'll go right into the interview. You can enjoy the sounds of the award-winning country artist Scotty McCreery as he takes the stage at the Alton Amphitheater at 8 p.m. on Friday, August the 9th. Tickets will begin at 9:30 a.m. on Friday, May the 3rd, with Scotty McCreery Fan Club pre-sale tickets going on sale, and then they will go on sale for the general public Monday. So if you're a part of the Scotty McCreery Fan Club, you can get your tickets Friday. On Monday is when they go on sale for the general public. VIP tickets will sell for $79, reserved tickets for $59, and general admission tickets will be $39 plus all applicable taxes and fees. Tickets will be available at metrotix.com and through MetroTix outlets. The newest member of the Grand Ole Opry, McCreery has been a household name for nearly half of his life, ever since making history in 2011 as both the first country artist and the youngest male artist of any genre to debut his first studio album, the platinum-certified Clear as Day, at number 1 on the all-genre Billboard Top 200 charts. The 30-year-old has sold more than 4 million albums, including 6 number 1 hits, including Damn Straight, You Time, In Between, This Is It, 5 More Minutes, and the recent Cab in a Solo. His new album, Rise and Fall, will be out May the 10th. Why don't we do this now? Dan Herkert joined me yesterday to break us the news, and we're going to play this conversation for you now right here. The time's 9:07, and we're going to get all the details on Scotty McCreery. He's coming to town August the 9th.
Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even
Damn straight, Scotty McCreery is coming down to the Alton Riverfront Amphitheater, and one of my favorite artists is coming into the 618. Dan Herkert, the commission chair of the Alton Amphitheater Commission. How are we doing today, man?
Oh, it's been a long week, but we're doing well. This has been a long time coming to get this put together.
Well, this is really exciting. I mean, not only are you getting somebody who's really diversified themselves in how many different songs they play, different variety of music, someone that won American Idol, and really has just kept keeping a name for himself coming in.
The newest member of the Grand Ole Opry.
That's right, too. I completely forgot about that. And this is really exciting. What came into play to really get Scotty into town?
Well, it worked out because of his routing, but we had been looking around at country again because country has always sold very well in Alton, and we haven't done a country show since 2018. So we had an eye on country. This kind of fell into our lap. It was affordable with his routing through the region or the area. So we jumped on it as fast as we could.
And now take me to it. When can we get our hands on tickets?
Well, the concert itself is August 9th. Let's get that out there. It's on a Friday evening. Doors will open at 6 p.m. There'll be an opener to be determined at 7, and Scotty will take the stage at 8. Tickets there'll be a pre-sale for Scotty's fan club starting tomorrow, Friday, the 3rd of May, through Sunday, the 5th of May, and then tickets will go on sale to general public at 9:30 a.m. on Monday, this Monday, May 6th, through MetroTix.com and all MetroTix outlets. And tickets will range from $39 for general admission, $59 for reserved, and $79 for VIP plus any applicable taxes and fees.
That's really cool. And now we have some new members to the commission this year. And for some, I don't know if this is the first time that they've been, able to really contribute to something like this to the summer lineup. What's their excitement from some of the newer members?
Well, it's a learning experience for everybody that's new, and it just like I can tell you how I felt on my first one. There's a sense of anticipation for your first big show as a member of the commission, and like I said, we're working on all of our events this year. We're excited about this show. We're excited about what Rivers and Routes and Rex Encore are doing with the F1 boat races and the Mississippi River Festival. So the whole season's coming together from a lot of different angles.
Well, and that's what I think's really cool. This is an exciting summer for Alton, regardless of, amphitheater commission work, regardless of MRF or F1 powerboat races across the board. There's life on the riverfront all summer long. Dan, with that being said, too, I got to ask you, whenever you were deciding, how long does this process take with Aventa? Because I know they're a great partner. I know that a lot of teamwork goes into play with this. From start to finish, could you give me a ballpark on what it took?
Well, we start at the end of the previous season. They reach out to agents to find out who's going to be available, who's going to be touring. Sometimes that takes some time because the agents and the artists have to figure out their schedules. And as I've always said, we rely a lot on routing because we don't have the money that a lot of larger venues do, and we rely so much on sponsorship money. So a lot of it has to do with routing. We see who's available, who makes the most sense. And like I said, we had an eye toward country because we haven't done that for a few years, and it's always sold really, really well here.
Absolutely. And, what I think's great, too, is it's not just, because you could have gone older country, and had maybe some outlaw stuff or some different music being played. But when you have somebody that's as modern as this that can play different types of music, it makes for a good experience for everybody, regardless of their taste in music, I think.
I think Scotty McCreery does have a little bit of crossover outside of just country fans alone, where when we had a Kenny Rogers or a Travis Tritt, that was more country oriented, where I think Scotty McCreery has a little bit more of a crossover appeal.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, as we're talking about just getting ticket sales together, are we having a local ticket vendor at this point in time?
Right now, it's just going to be on MetroTix.com and any MetroTix outlet, which includes the Fox Theater and some places over in St. Louis. But locally, right now, it's just going to be online. And for the most part, that has worked well. And a lot of venues are going to online alone now. And,
take me through some of the community city's excitement about this. I know that there's been some hands on in the deck a little bit and trying to help maybe find new sponsors and come together as a team.
I have to give the mayor credit. He's been out hustling for sponsors. He's excited about this show. Lindsay Younger at Park and Rec has been working with the mayor a lot on developing sponsors. I have to give them a lot of credit this year for the amount of work that they've been putting in just on top of their regular day jobs within the city.
100%. And that's what I think so cool is, I'm really excited about this. Last year, I Love the 90s was a great show. The whole season was great. And I wanted to ask you, because you're in studio, let's talk about the anchor events just real quick. We'll go back to Scotty McCreery. What's coming down the pipeline Fireworks, I'm guessing, are first up on July the 3rd.
July 3rd, the fireworks are ready to go. The Food Truck Festival this year will be August 24th. The Jazz and Wine Festival, August 31st. And the Expo will be September 5th through 8th. And then I want to give a shout out to Main Street. They'll be having the Earth Tones Festival again September 21st. And then we're going to have the Bud Summers Tribute on October 13th. But this year they've renamed it. It's the Porch Cafe Music Fest honoring Bud Summers. So all of those events are back this year. The events that we do on the Amphitheater Commission, we'll be announcing the entertainment lineup on those in short order. But we wanted to get this is a big one. This one out before we jumped on to some of the smaller events.
I just can't get over this. I mean, I really can't, because everyone you bring in I love. But whenever it's someone that really hits close home to me, I got to get a little bit excited too. But, whenever you're talking with the commissioners, were they excited about this too? Was this in their wheelhouse?
Well, I think so. I think everybody's excited just to have another national act. Like I said, it always comes down to the money. It comes down to the sponsors. I say every time I'm here, I thank the sponsors on behalf of the commission and the city, because we couldn't do this without their help.
Absolutely. And now, are sponsorship opportunities still available?
Still available. And the easiest way is to contact Lindsay at Park and Rec or contact Mayor Goins. They both have all of the information and would be easier to get a hold of than me. But anybody can email me as well. Even during the day and in the evenings, I can respond. It's dherkert at cityofaltonil.gov.
And, last year you set the record for the most watched interview with the Vanilla Ice announcement. I think this one's going to beat it.
Well, I would venture to say maybe you need to have better guests, because I'm setting a pretty low bar, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would agree.
I just think this is wonderful. Scotty McCreery is coming to town. That's damn straight he is. August 9th, he takes the stage at 8 p.m. Now, for these type of shows, do you look to do a little bit more of a local open, or how does that work?
It's usually in consultation with the agents and the team of the artist. We have had local openers before. Sometimes they have people that they're kind of dragging along with them on the same record label. So we'll see what we come up with. We're still working the details out on that, but most of that will come at their direction, what direction they want to go.
Absolutely. And you're going, CJ, where's the wallpaper? It's tomorrow. Whenever that ticket link is live and ready for all of you, you're going to see it on that Riverbender wallpaper. And take me through some of the local partners this year. Anybody new that you wanted to shout out?
It's all the same ones. They're on our website. You're kind of putting me on the spot.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
But get on our website, look at all of those sponsors, go out, patronize them, because without them, we couldn't be doing anything on the riverfront.
Absolutely. But let's get back to the nuts and bolts of this, just so we can really get this message driven home, because so many of you I know are going to jump at tickets. Scotty McCreery Fan Club tickets go on sale
If
first.
you're a member of the fan club, you have the pre-sale starting tomorrow, Friday, May 3rd through Sunday, May 5th. And then tickets will go on sale to the general public at 9:30 a.m. on Monday, May 6th.
Really cool. And now, for more information, you need to stay up to date on the Alton Riverfront Amphitheater's website. AltonRiverFrontAmphitheater.com is the website to go to. I should know, because RiverBender.com helps manage that website, and you can stay up to date. Are you guys looking for organizations to help volunteer again this year?
We will always accept organizations to help volunteer. You can never have too many groups volunteering, and we love to have those volunteers because it gives us a chance to give back to organizations within the community.
Absolutely. All I know is, well, I just can't believe it. This is it. Yeah, pun intended. Scotty McCreery is coming to town August the 9th, and great work by the Alton Amphitheater. I know we'll be talking again soon as we get the full season, but to give me your time and really let us have the first conversation on this is one of the coolest feelings always, and thank you so much for that.
Well, we appreciate all the support you guys give us and the help you give us, particularly electronically, so happy to be here.
Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break. The first segment, breaking news, Scotty McCreery coming to the Alton Riverfront Amphitheater August the 9th, and coming up, well, right after this commercial break, Lee Cox. She takes center stage next.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. .921 music festivals, concerts, we don't need those. Not yet. Not until August 9th.
Yes.
Right now we need Lee Cox.
Absolutely.
Singing in the rain.
And Theater Thursdays, yeah.
So, this is cool. We're going to be talking to Corinne here in a couple of...
Corinne Jones.
In
yes.
a couple of minutes.
Who first appeared on the scene when she was 11, telling me that she was the perfect person to be in my Harry Potter show. And she was. And now she's all grown up.
You know, this is a performer that grew up literally with the theater, correct?
Oh, absolutely. She did Dorothy in Wizard of Oz when she was 13. And, I mean... anchored that show. She was incredible, and she's done lots of shows, and she's finishing, her college courses, trying to decide what she's going to do. But she is just multi-talented.
Well, how's everything going so far for Singing in the Rain?
Well, I want to announce we are totally sold out the first weekend. I mean, totally. There's
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good.
But now on the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, particularly the 18th again. Last time I was here, that was still the case. And I've done some investigation. There's no derby parties. I couldn't figure out what it was. I do think it's college commencements.
When's Mother's Day?
Oh, it's this weekend. I mean, it's the first weekend, and we are sold out because we treat our mothers well.
Yeah, that's right. And you're doing the basket, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, we're doing the basket. Yeah, this
Corinne,
is
good morning. How are we doing this morning?
And she was there till after 10 last night.
Oh, man.
But she's a trooper. She's a trooper.
How's everything going?
It's going.
I can only imagine how tired everybody is, and especially when you're not just, reading lines off, but you're getting numbers choreographed and you're rehearsing
I'm
everything.
lucky. I'm the one who doesn't have to dance.
Oh!
Yeah, she has to wear those marabou
That's
shoes.
right.
Heels, and dress up and doll up, and she gets a pie thrown in her face.
Yeah, that's something.
Have you prepared for that?
Well,
We did it the other night for the first time, and it was shaving cream, and I wasn't prepared for how strong that was going to smell.
Yeah.
It's a little
Went
pungent.
up my nose a little bit.
It's a little pungent.
I
you know?
smelled it for hours after.
We were just talking about you, only good things, and we were talking about how you graced the stage. How long ago, Lee?
Oh, when she was 11.
I think I was like 12.
Well, you
Add a year to that.
You were turning 12 that October or something, I think. But I just remember you and Devin. You were all so little, and I was like, Lori, and even
We were tiny.
little Harry Potter, but they were all just wonderful, and I fell in love with her then. And she was Dorothy, and she's done oh my gosh, so many roles.
Well, and how's everything been since you start? When did you start the stage life?
I started back in middle school.
That's incredible.
I was at Alton Middle, and they had a really good theater program there, so I was doing everything I could.
That's awesome. And now, was Harry Potter the first time at Alton Middle Theater?
Yeah, and I remember I went to go see Camelot with my aunt, and I was sitting there, and they were like, we were scrolling through the ALT Facebook page, and they're like, we still need a Luna Lovegood. And I was like, I'm going to go up to her, and I'm going to ask if they need me. I'm going to be in it. I don't know where that spunk came from, because I don't have that anymore. But
Once in a while, I see little bits of that. But normally, she's like, oh no.
Well, and since you start with Harry Potter, give me a little bit of a synopsis of some of the shows you've done with Alton Middle Theater and beyond.
Oh, gosh.
Carrying my big fat jazzy dog.
I did a lot at the high school, too.
Yes.
Like Addams Family, Little Shop of Horrors. Did Wizard of Oz as Dorothy. I was in Violet Sharp, Cover of Life. That's a few to name them.
That's really cool.
I always forget when people ask. I'm like, I don't remember.
See, I don't even know who I talked to yesterday on the show.
Yeah.
You know?
But that really is true, because people will ask me about a show like 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm like, it's done. It's in the
over.
box. You are focused on the show right in front of you.
And that show's Singing in the Rain. And now, take me through rehearsals. How's everything going? Are you feeling pretty good about it?
Be honest.
Well, as the person who doesn't dance at all, I feel fine about it. But
she just has 1,000 lines and has to change clothes 6 times.
But luckily, I grew up watching this movie. Like, this was my sick day movie. My mom grew up watching it, so she was like, you're going to watch this. And I did, and I loved it. So I always wanted to be Lena Lamont. Like, she's the iconic character. She's feisty. And
Jean won an Oscar for that role. Yeah, the woman in the movie,
Yeah.
Well, and we were talking about that, Corinne, because, so many of you watch Singing in the Rain and grew up with it. Whenever you're preparing for that role, how important is it for you not to be the impersonator of the movie, but, bringing that character to life in a new way, but also still remembering those tried and true values that so many of us grew up on watching?
It's definitely hard with Lena because she's
Right.
got the iconic sound, and you want to sound like her, but
the voice. It's so wonderfully awful.
That's what they say about my show.
Not on Thursday.
No, not on Thursday. Not on Thursdays, though. But
wonderfully decent.
Wonderful decent on Thursdays.
It's so funny. We are so funny.
That's right. That's right. But how do you do something like that? Because that has to be a little bit more tough.
I definitely, when I first got the role, I watched the movie a few more times, but I've tried to like lay off of it so I'm not thinking about what she's doing with her hands and what she's doing with this. Sometimes I'll put it on the background and listen because the lines are pretty exact. So that's a good memorization technique, but I don't know.
And what was she in her late 40s when she did the role?
They were all so old in that one, except Kathy.
Yeah,
she was like 19
Kathy.
and everybody was like 40.
Yeah. Like so politically inappropriate.
But yeah, I try to think about who she is because a lot of people think she's like the dumb character, but she's not. I think she's actually really smart. She can read people well. She knows how to manipulate people really well.
She just lives in her own world.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think so exciting about this. I mean, the first weekend being sold out's wonderful. Now, you guys, again, I don't think this was on last week. May 18th, we got to get tickets sold for that Saturday.
I'll be so happy if we fill up that house.
Well,
Because even the ones that aren't totally sold out, I mean, there's 4 tickets, 3 tickets, 5 tickets. It's the 18th, and nothing else is going on in town. I've scoped it out. I need to be there.
Well, and take me through the camaraderie and morale of the cast and crew so far. I mean, we, of course, with so many big dance numbers, and of course, like you said, lucky one not having to, rehearse some of that stuff. But for everyone else, are we all getting along, driving towards this great show?
Yeah, and a lot of us knew each other already, luckily.
Does that help?
Oh, yeah. Like Lorian, I've known him forever. We've done shows forever since we were tiny.
Giving each other a hard time forever. Yeah. But I'm so proud of you with Don, who I personally think Eric is a very nice guy.
He's
but,
so sweet.
I mean, it's so hard to play all these scenes with him, these hooky scenes. And what I told him and what I told you last night was, those silent movies which make you cringe when you watch them.
I can't even watch it. I've got my eyes closed.
She is just brilliant, though. She is just brilliant. And I know it took a whole weekend to film them.
Yeah.
And the audience is going to love it because some of them will even remember silent movies. And it's so over the top. And your makeup is so beautiful. And she's just so hokey in it. It's hysterical.
Were those difficult to film for you?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Because half the time, I wasn't even saying anything. Like, it was like silent reactions. And you've got people behind the camera laughing at you, and it's like, stop, guys. I gotta do this.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I want to know, because to me, I'm really self-conscious about that type of stuff. Like, if I'm talking, it's a whole different thing, because there's context to why I'm moving like a maniac. But for the silent movie portion of it, it's got to be a little bit more difficult to feel those emotions without, relaying that verbally. Is that kind of the case?
It's just so weird. And
she has these huge dresses on with, and her hair.
And the script lines are so bad, too. Like, they're supposed to be as cheesy as possible. So there really is no emotion to relay. It's just big and like, oh my gosh.
The song of my song, the heart of my heart.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And I've got this wig that's like towering above me. And it was like weighing me down a little bit.
And when they pulled you off the bench last night and the hoop went up, I was like, oh, I hope that happens during the show. So funny. She'll have good underwear on.
Well,
I'll have some underneath.
Because it made Kevin laugh.
Well, speaking of Kevin, what do you think of the set?
It's impressive. I mean, it's always impressive, the turnaround that he can do. And with everybody's help during strike, it always helps too.
Yes.
With those big dresses you're wearing, how's the humidity after the rain?
I don't know.
It's been
we haven't
cold
tried it
so
yet.
far. See,
oh, that's good.
It was cool last night. I was kind of shaken by Act 2, but it won't be. You get 190 people in there, and then the rain.
Yeah, it's going to get nasty.
Like, get this dress off me.
Well, and that's what I was...
First. She wears first.
Oh, no.
And this funny wig and blonde curls.
Do you have a repertoire or a routine when you get into character?
Not yet. I feel like I always find it on like the first night.
Do you really?
Because
That's interesting.
I'm one of those people who needs an audience to really finally click. Like some people can have it a week before, and I just slowly build to it because you need the laughs and you need the participation of the audience.
Lee and I were talking about that, and whenever you're performing, I think it's so much more difficult to perform for a small crowd than it is a large crowd because, like you said, you can kind of feed off folks. And, you know, when I was doing other things, that was always the rule of thumb. It's if you can do this in front of 4 people, it's easy in front of 40,000 because you can hear the 4 saying everything they got to say. But whenever you're going there, what life does it bring when you see the audience really connecting with you? Does it really give you that boost to keep going throughout the show?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
and you
what I
can
was curious about.
You can see it in everybody else too. Like when you get a really good audience, like you'll go backstage and you'll be like, "Oh, this one's so good. Last night was so quiet," and everybody just feels that energy.
And you want to get a laugh, and she will. I mean, I do think those feeling shows sometimes. If you're really into it, even a small crowd is okay, but it's hard to do a comedy.
Oh, I bet.
Especially at ALT when you can see all their faces.
Yeah.
If there's like just 4 people who are just like, it's like, oh,
We're
okay, you're enjoying
sleeping
this.
in the front row.
I'm
You're
telling
like,
you,
wake up.
Lee gave me the best advice, Corinne. She goes, just look up right there in the that little
I
sound
never
booth
look
window.
at them.
Yeah, I'm in
I
the window.
never
That's
look
what
at
I
them.
did. I looked right at Lee Cox in the press box in the sound booth. She was my guiding light.
I only looked at the audience once, and that was during Wizard of Oz because there was this cute little like 5-year-old dressed up as a scarecrow, and he kept getting up and dancing, and I was like, how am I not gonna look at that?
Do you think roles that you played previously help you with a role that's this kind of pronounced? Because so many people know the character, and just like in Wizard of Oz, just like in Harry Potter, other shows you've done, people know those characters. Do you think playing those roles help you for bigger roles like this one too?
Somewhat, I think there's definitely an expectation, especially to like Lena Lamont, she's
no pressure,
the obnoxious one that you know. But I also think it's helped just the people I've met through doing theater, like middle school teachers and then high school teachers and then Lee and Kevin. It's just like, I feel like every step of the way, a piece has been added to what I know.
I just love it. Now, I got to ask this, even though Lee's here, don't let her scare you. I know she's intimidating. What's it been like working with Lee and Kevin as a young performer? Because the acting classes are coming, but for an organization...
She was our intern. We didn't actually do the classes, but she was one of our interns for 2 years.
And well, for the acting classes this summer, though, Lee, I wanted to promote it because an organization's only good if it's top to bottom across the board.
We have 2 spots open.
That's it?
For the older kids. Yeah. We had an open house on Sunday. Yeah, I didn't have enough to do on my weekend, so we did an open house for the kids. So yeah, we have 2 spots.
You guys didn't even give me a chance to get to this Thursday.
But there are auditions on the 11th and 18th. Yeah.
And Corinne, whenever you're working with, how did they prepare you to be a performer? Because you don't just act, a performer and act. You're also a musician. Because I remember you were performing at the Country Love Show, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did they prepare you, Lee and Kevin, for doing things outside of theater too, with Alton Middle Theater and the roles you played?
Yeah, and I was definitely intimidated when I first started.
Oh, I bet.
Kevin is intimidating.
Yes,
love you, Kevin, if you're listening. Don't think I don't love you. No, but it was just with open arms.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. Like, they were kind and welcoming without being too much so, because they had expectations for people. It wasn't like, oh, you're here to do this show, you can just slack off, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, there were always expectations, there were always things that needed to happen, but it created a good environment, because anywhere else, I feel like people aren't that great to be around, but it's always stayed true that cast members are nice, Kevin and Lee are nice, everybody's just working together really well.
Well, and it seems like in other spots, and not even just in arts and theater and entertainment, but in other types of settings like that, it's either one way or the other, where it's way too laxed and it's kind of just a mess around, recreation style.
That would drive me crazy.
Right. Or on the flip side of that, it's almost like militarized, where it's just like, drill sergeant, no.
Yeah.
But to way Alton Middle Theater, and you guys have this environment, it's a little bit of both, where you got things you got to do, but you're encouraged, you're motivated, you aren't ever talked down to, you're part of the team. And I think that's why you do such a great job, Lee Cox.
Well, and we were very, very lucky this time. I mean, it happens most often, but this truly is a lovely cast. I'm not just saying that. They're cohesive. They support each other. They laugh with each other. And there's something that I like about every single person in the cast. And some of them were new. A few were brand new. But I love that. And we have people who this is their first show there. And of course, they're very busy, and our rehearsal schedule, particularly Kevin's, is pretty rigorous.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I heard it's pretty tough.
He does Monday through Friday, and yeah.
Second job.
Yeah, it really is. So that's why. But we have fun. We eat and we goof around, and even more.
Oh, Tech Sundays are the best. Lee feeds us well.
Yes, and I went to a true backstage movie one time when I was very young, and they had the movie canteen at backstage, and all this food and all these, like a donut tower and all this stuff. And I was like, I got to do that for the cast. And when I thought this, I think I was still on drugs after my surgery. Because I made a list of everything, and I went out to Godfrey Meat Market. He goes, how many people are you feeding? I said, 25. I got to have all this food, 4 different kinds of meat, 10 vegetables.
It's like when I helped with 4-Poster. I did tech backstage for 4-Poster, which was 2 cast members. And like 3 tech members, and then we walk out for Tech Sunday, and there's like 10 steaks. I'll take 5, I guess.
But they had worked so hard.
They do.
It was a very long show.
Well, and that's what I just think so cool, because even though we're talking Singing in the Rain, Oliver's coming up.
Yes.
And I hope parents realize that you guys really, across the board, you can't be successful now if you weren't preparing 10 years ago with performers like Corinne and Lorian and all of these folks. And I think that's why Alton Middle Theater is looking good for another 90.
I hope, because it truly is joyful. I mean, again, I get kids move away. Kids take jobs. They get married. They have babies. I get all of that.
You've been down the gauntlet.
But we have a core group that's still here for a little while, and I love that because I would like them to stay until I retire. But I'm looking for that young teen generation, and then I told you we need that 35 to 50 age group, all those busy people coaching, raising their kids. Over 50, we have lots of people. We have great 20, early 30s. It's that 35 to 50 we need.
And you guys keep saying that we're the lazy generation. Yeah. Get your butts to Alton Middle Theater, 35 to 50-year-olds, and audition. And now, what are we needing for Oliver before we pause and come back with Corinne?
Because we have a need for around 15 youngsters, no older than 17, and then 15 adults. And the kids have to be able to do some acting, acrobatics, but have fun. They really have to have fun. Thankfully, their numbers are mostly contained. 6 big numbers, but they're mostly contained. The adults sing a lot of solos and powerful songs, but it'll be fun if we get a good group. The kids will learn a lot and have fun, and I'll feed them.
That's a bonus.
Corinne, are you excited for Oliver?
I don't know anything about Oliver.
Well, we'll learn.
Yeah.
We'll learn when we watch the show.
And she's not in the minority. We had so many people at the open house, the kids were like, what's it about? And so Kevin said, okay, do you know Annie? Okay, well, this is sort of like the little boy form.
And very abrasively British.
And very abrasively British.
I love that. That's a shirt.
Yeah.
Abrasively
well,
British.
And a lot of people have said, do you want Cockney? Do you want this? And I'm like, if you can do any kind of British,
we'll be a melding pot of British accents.
Because there's the poor part of London and the ritzy part.
I'm excited to see that set too.
Me too. The Tower of London, the bridge, because it has to support so many people.
Yeah.
We recently just saw a show where the set took all the focus because it looked like it could fall down at any minute.
That's scary.
And so you don't want to watch that. And you have kids climbing and jumping off and doing, and when you have 30 plus people on a set, it has got to be strong.
Could you imagine as a parent or as a loved one watching your performer, on stage going, oh my goodness, please do not die. Please do not fall over on top. That is terrifying.
No, that's how I feel watching Eric and Lorian go on those chairs every night.
Yes, she and I both have a heart attack.
Are you serious?
They've gotten just a little steadier. But even when he jumps on the desk, Kevin has supported every single piece of furniture. But Mary, the choreographer, her thing is to have him jump up somewhere and dance. And anything is going to move just a little bit. But when he spins around, that's what I worry. I'm like, you got to be spot on or you're going to go right off.
That's really true because like with ladders and stuff in wrestling, you have to have those stabilizing bars because if you don't, you're going to go down pretty quick. And that's not fun. And it won't. But you know what? That's why you guys have Kevin Frakes. And that's why we don't have insurance in pro wrestling. You know?
And that's also why we have wheelchairs at ALT, just in case.
The
we
first
gotta
time
wheel them out.
that Kate Ober had to climb the ladder for the beautiful romantic scene, she was like, I think I can do it. And then he made her do the feel the breeze, the Titanic pose.
And she's like, no, please.
No, please. Fortunately, she could kind of wedge herself in between the step and just put her arms out.
Oh, my God.
They make it look
It's
so
funny, the
good.
worst I've got to do is wear really small kitten heels and wobble around in them.
When you were carrying the furniture off in them, I was like, no, you can't do it. Because she takes great strides, even though she's petite. I was like, no, you have to walk the balls.
It's from a lifetime of trying to catch up with people.
Yeah. Probably true.
9:42, we come back with Corinne and Lee Cox, Theater Thursday, Singing in the Rain, May 18th. Get your tickets now to Singing in the Rain, May 18th, the only show that has quite a few left.
A lot of seats.
And we could look forward to seeing you. We'll come back with more of our daily show right after this on RiverBender.com.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. I remember. Do you remember, Lee?
I do.
She did a great job. You did a wonderful job.
She did a wonderful
I don't know
job.
why I just said she like she wasn't just sitting right here, you know? Hey, I thought...
I've done the tour before. I've been telling other people about her when she's standing there in the room. But I am very, very proud of her. Of all the kids, I'm probably the closest to Corinne. She actually comes up and works in costumes, sweats. She helps out.
I get so much dust in my nose.
Yeah. She knows. Why
I'm just a little Lee.
Yeah, she really is. She is gonna grow up to be me.
I will say this too. I'm a big stickler when it comes to Stevie Nicks because happens to be one of my favorites. And I got to see Stevie Nicks in Kansas City, and you did a great job with Landslide too.
Thank you.
Yes.
My hands were shaking real bad.
But you did
We
awesome.
were pretty close.
I know. I was like,
No
can they see
filter,
my
no.
nose hairs? I think they can see my nose hairs.
Well, will they be able to on Singing in the Rain?
I hope not.
Further enough back?
They'll be looking at every other atrocity that's going on.
The blonde,
the bright red lips.
What's the toughest part of getting into your being on stage in your character? Is it the costumes and moving around? Is it just some of the dialogue? Is there a difficulty for you?
I think it's maintaining the voice.
Yeah.
Because in my head, a lot of times I'm like, this is gonna come out at the right pitch. It's gonna sound right, and then it's way lower than I think it's gonna be, or it's just all over the place. I feel like the first scene is where I really have the hardest part because I gotta come in strong. Yeah. And then stay that strong. And I also have a song that I have to sing like
the
Lena,
entire
and it's
song.
hideous. And my
but
voice teacher Eddie Hitchcock,
Yeah.
who we love, he was like, "I'm gonna come and tell everybody that's your real voice," and I'm gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna put you in my bio and say it's all thanks to you."
He's a terrible teacher.
That's a really good. I never even thought of that because for me, because something doesn't sound very good, but it's part of the performance.
Oh, and somebody couldn't do that song unless they were actually a really trained singer. Because
You're right.
She can hold a note in the worst way.
And that's such a good point because as a performer and someone who performs and sings and does things, I'm sure there's a part of your brain going, "Oh my God, stop doing this right now! Stop what you're doing."
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Okay,
I got it a few times. I gotta let my little bit of good voice slip in when I'm singing. So I'm like, guys, I promise this isn't what I sound like.
And now,
But in the movies, even I love that they have the ladies in waiting kind of like look at each other and look down when she starts talking. Like, oh my God.
Now, as someone who's already started obviously rehearsing,
8 weeks we've been at this.
2 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there some little things that happen on stage that you kind of observe that the audience should take note of? Maybe the way, like Lee just said, some eye contact, some eye rolling. Is there anything that you're picking up on stage that's going to be fun for the audience to kind of observe?
I think everybody's just really getting into their character and their reactions to each other. Like, I feel like so often people are looking at the person talking, which obviously makes sense, but everybody else's reactions to that is really funny.
Uh-huh.
Like, especially when I talk, I'm always like, "Well, what do you think I am, dumb or something?"
And all the guys, fortunately, can
they're
look
all like,
over
"Yeah,
her
you
head,
are."
And they're all going, "Yes, yes." And she has to ignore that. So it's going to get a big laugh. She's going to get a lot of laughs. But I love that the characters, the other performers, they want to stand backstage and watch. Even at this point, even though we've been at it for 2 months, and we have so much furniture and so much stuff that has to come on, Kevin's like, "You can't be here." Now, I know Sunday that will stop because they have not figured out how they're going to get their costumes on.
That's going to be fun.
Oh, explain.
We have not. I've tried them on. We've pinned. We've altered things like that. There's an order. They'll get more notes from me tonight and tomorrow night. But they've never done costume changes in 35 seconds. And she has a little more time. But we even like the girls who come out of the cake, they have to wear a coat and a hat. They had cute dresses, but it's like you don't have time to get the dress off and that on, so they have to have it under. And they have 3 huge production dance numbers, different shoes, different things in their hair, different wigs.
Different hair.
Yeah, most of them have at least 3, but some of them have 4 and 5 wigs.
And see, now take me through, and Corinne's someone that's been backstage, and both of you have, but through your experience, how important is it to be organized and how, because this is controlled chaos in the nicest way possible.
So important. Because I've already got like a jewelry tray with my 12 pairs of earrings that we got for me for this.
Prepared. I love it. That's how you know she's been with Alton Middle Theater for a long time.
And how did you learn the makeup? You've always been good at it.
Oh, I just Google it. Okay. I grew up like a child of YouTube watching makeup tutorials all the time, so that's where it...
Did you use the Bratz head? Or the little doll, too, that my sister had one, like the mannequin head to do makeup? That's what I was wondering.
I think I had one of those, too, yeah. Like... I had makeup since I knew how to do it. Like Claire's makeup.
Her mother never issues a crossword. And I said, "So how did Corinne learn about makeup?" "Oh, she's got this thing in her room.
Oh,
and
it's bad.
Full of makeup."
It's
bad.
Like,
okay. I shouldn't have asked that
And like,
question.
well, this one's a period show too. So I've got to do like the pencil eyebrows that are like this thin and got a little beauty mark and red lips and everything. So I do some research.
That's so cool. And what I think is really cool about Alton Middle Theater, too, is that all of your guys' talents, like, you're really good at makeup, and you are. I've seen, whenever you were out at the concert, performing, what I think is cool, because I judge a lot of things just because of my role and what, I do. And it looked really good. It was contoured great, and on stage it's going to look great too.
Oh, it's way more abrasive on this one too.
Well, I bet it's got to be.
When we did the filming, I had to like do blue contour so it would pick up in the black and white, and then
black and white is hard.
I didn't even think about that.
Young faces are okay, but you do not want to take a black and white picture if you're over 40. You really don't.
Is that why whenever the golden era was going on, you were done by 35 or 40?
Yeah,
that's very fascinating.
And they would also, I didn't do this because who owns green lipstick, but their lipstick would be like green or yellow.
Believe it or
And it
not.
all.
I had to wear green lipstick the other day for a photo shoot.
Well,
So he has it. So
that
put him in a black
tutorial
and
that
white
Chris,
movie.
found and did half the face, for
Yeah.
black and white and vintage and all that. It was fascinating. But yeah, who would have all that stuff nowadays?
Oh my goodness. You know what would have been cool, now that I'm thinking out loud here? If we did some promo shots, half black and white, half color of all the performers.
It would be wonderful. Well, they can come see the silent films and at least see a few of them.
Yeah,
the
that's
leads and ladies and the villain. Oh my God. One
Will
of the
is
backstage
so
guys
funny.
is a villain and he's hysterical.
He's great. He doesn't blink the whole time.
No, and he just
in either of the
looks evil.
films.
He looks like kind of a demented Johnny Depp.
Isn't that normal?
So normal Johnny Depp.
But Johnny Depp couldn't stare that long. He'd be having to weave around.
It's so funny. He cracks me up.
So they pull her. The villain has her one time, and then the hero, and they pull her.
And in
back
every
forth.
shot, I'm about to laugh.
Yeah,
Like, he had
yeah.
to cut all the shots of me early because I started laughing.
Do you have a technique for holding in laughter?
No, I'm
No?
still figuring
Okay.
it out. I'd like to think I've gotten better at it, but
But those of us who know her, we can tell she's about to lose it. This is
That's
so
just
corny.
I love it. I just think this is great.
Well, particularly she has to kiss her leading man. I know he doesn't really. Because you like when in doubt. Because we told him, if you forget a line, just kiss her.
no, that's Kathy.
Well, that's Kathy.
Because they
but
kiss all the time.
all the time. It's become kind of a joke. He's like lying. He goes, oh, never mind. I'll just kiss her.
If you forget a dance step, just start kissing.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. You'll be fine.
Just kiss her.
They won't know the difference. It's normal.
Oh my goodness. Has there been a story from rehearsals you'd like to share?
Oh gosh. There's Dale. I love Dale. He says things so funny. And we were running a scene one night, and he has a line that's like, yeah, that's right, or something like that. And he went, yeah, right. And the way he said it, he just had his arms out, and we all just looked at him and just started laughing. Like, it wasn't even that funny of a thing. It was just the way he said it. And we were like, yeah, right.
I love it.
He tries animation. He gives it his all.
He is very animated. I love it.
Well, but he's really funny, and Kevin's like, okay, tone it down, because really those characters, you're not supposed to notice them that much. They're not supposed to pull focus.
But I love it.
Why is the janitor stealing the show?
Yeah, well,
he's the butler in one of the scenes.
like the guy on Abbott Elementary, who now is a full-time
Yes, he's so funny.
Because he was so funny, the looks he gave him.
I love him.
Oh my God, this is great. Well, Corinne, let me get back to you real quick because you've been able to do some fun stuff. So where are we at now in life? College?
Yes.
What are we going to college for?
English and creative writing.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Now, what's your plans to afterwards? What are you going to use it for?
I don't know.
Are you planning on performing and keeping that going too?
Maybe. It just depends on where life takes me. Like, I can't really think that far down the road anymore because it's all just very unpredictable.
Smart. Very smart.
But,
well, our generation won't do one thing their whole life. She's
No.
going to do 3 or 4 things.
Yeah.
So,
That's really cool. And now, how? With that being said, how long have you been in performing arts? You think 10 years now? 12?
I don't even know.
well, middle school, that'd be
Probably like 8.
Yeah.
Probably 8.
At least.
But I was always like a very theatrical kid. Like, even like in school when they would do like the Christmas concerts, I was Mrs. Claus and I stole the show with my 3 lines. And like
And
my
you
mom
and your
likes
brother
to tell
are as different as night and
Yeah.
day. When I met her brother, I was like, how are they brothers? He's so straight and just so quiet.
And I remember my mom likes to tell the story of we had a choir concert, I think 5th grade, and one of the songs was Don't Stop Believing, which such a good song. And I was like singing it to her the whole time and like pointing and doing things. And apparently somebody came up to her and was like, is that your daughter? She's just so fun.
Did they cut the lights to black right during the end part?
They should have.
Exactly. Thank you.
We weren't that experimentated.
Then you could have rolled credits and everyone wondered why their cable went out. You know, a little Sopranos action for you. What was your favorite role to play?
I think Lena's my favorite. I think
Out of all of them?
Yeah, it's so iconic. And I mean, I loved Dorothy, but I was so stressed. Like it was just like first. It was just like first big role.
That show.
I
She
didn't
was
go off stage.
responsible.
Like
No.
when I went off stage, I came right back on. And then
Oh my God.
With a dog.
And it was my first.
Was it a live dog?
Yes, it
Yes,
was her
my
dog.
Oh God.
And, oh my gosh, My favorite story from that show, I have to tell it. I remember one night during a performance, so we would put food around the set so she would know where to go. And there was a hot scene with a hot dog, and she started eating it, and this was during a performance. And I just hear
campfire. She takes.
I just hear, and she's choking on the hot dog. And I look over at my scene partner, and I'm like trying to be like
the wizard. Come on, like.
And he's not getting it. He's just so in it, and I'm like. And I start like hitting her back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in character. And she eventually chokes it up and then eats it again, and I'm like, okay, cool.
And they just went on. And
That's a performance.
I'm up in the booth going, oh my God, I'm going to lose my dog and the show at the same time.
But yeah, Lena's probably my favorite. She's just, I mean, it's such a nostalgic thing for me. My mom loved that show.
Yes.
She made me love it so much. Even my brother loves that show. And again, he's not like a musical guy. He will not usually come to see musicals, even if I'm in it.
That dog.
But the best thing that Jazzy did one time when she sang at the end with Annie M, Jazzy put her little paw out and touched Annie M too, and the whole 200 people were like, oh! You didn't crack up.
And she was like 2 pounds fatter from all the steak.
Oh, yeah, she was. We had to put steak to get her to open the wizard. She knew it was there. She had certain food, and then her mom had to walk her at an intermission.
I love it. I just love this to death. And, you know, I'm glad we brought Corinne in today because, in all seriousness, it shows the level of just love and atmosphere that's at Alton Middle Theater. And, you know, whether or not you're coming for the first time, you're coming back to see your 80th show, you know, just know that you have performers all over like Corinne that are dedicating their time for this. And then, I mean, performers from all over the region coming in from driving a couple hours, some of them.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
you know, so Singing in the Rain is going to be really fun. And whether or not, you know, there's going to be some humidity because of the amount of rain that's going to hit the stage and my hairspray is going to fall out during the show, it's going to be a great time. So whether or not you get your tickets today or tomorrow, I need you to get them for May the 18th. And Lee Cox, anything else coming down the pipeline?
No, I do think regional entertainment, this show is not often done because it's so difficult, and you have to have good tap dancers, and you have to have people who can handle these iconic roles because everybody knows the movie.
Oh, God, yeah.
Everybody. So they have high expectations, which is why I know they work so hard, but they have the perfect people to do this. And I just don't want them to miss it because it's not going to play in the area.
You're right. And it's going to be one that, we'll get it next time.
Yeah, I tried to go see a regional production because I'd never seen the theatrical production. I'd only seen the movies. I looked for state radios, like a 2-day trip. I could not find a single production of this show.
That's insane. But think about the opportunity we have here. I mean, this is a great night of entertainment, whether or not you go on, you know, opening night, the second weekend, or just the 18th, because that's what we're driving home right now.
We are, yeah, because the opening night is sold out. The opening weekend is totally sold out.
I can't believe it.
I will say no, even though I hardly ever say no. My husband is out there going, Lee, we have 190 tickets sold. You cannot let one more sob story get to you.
Michael, we'll add some nosebleed sections in. Kevin's going to add a second tier.
They're going to be on the stage.
I have another actor, one of our favorites, who's leaving town, who's coming up and sitting with me in the booth.
Oh, God. Well, and I just can't wait for Singing in the Rain. I was going to go on the 9th, but now I can't because, the 10th, because, it's sold out.
It's sold out,
I'll be going on the 18th to see Corinne and those kitten heels. Is that what you call them?
Oh, Lord, if I'm still wearing them.
She hasn't broken her ankle. Yeah, she said, I can't feel my heel. I'm like, that's because you have to walk on the balls of your feet. You don't.
So, I was going to tell you this before I leave, or we leave, or with the segment ends. I don't know how to say this.
Right.
I can't turn a phrase today. We won our first soccer game yesterday, so I'm just on cloud 9.
Very good.
I have an idea here, okay? Alton Middle Theater, 90-second season opener. Naked Gun.
Well, times are changing.
Naked Gun.
Is...
I could pull Leslie Nielsen off.
You probably could, but I'm telling you, John Wilkes Booth, jumping around acrobatics, that is your next great role in February of 25.
It'll happen, and I'll see you there. I'm ready, but see, I just don't want the Telegraph to headline Nacella as Wilkes Booth.
But This is a fabulous show.
I'm excited.
And Manhunt is on streaming now, and I wasn't sure I wanted to watch it, but the background, the writing is impeccable, and it's so wonderful.
I said the same thing.
And he needs to be a younger man. Sometimes we've seen it as older. He is young and impetuous and foolish, and aligned to the Confederacy, and he just gets himself in so much trouble.
We have very similar lives, but except for the Confederacy part. That's not me. But I will be John Wilkes Booth. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
You're the only person I know who could scare the haunted widow. Oh my God, he's here again.
But before I'm John Wilkes Booth, you got to see Corinne Singing in the Rain, May the 18th. Get your tickets. Come hang out with me on a Saturday, May the 18th, where we get 2 hours of escape from all the craziness that's going on in this world today. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm going to take a Tylenol PM and go to bed tonight. I ain't turning on the news. And you don't have to if you go to Alton Middle Theater and get that 2 hours of escape with the best darn performers in the region. You can get tickets by calling the box office here in, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so, about an hour.
Oh, yeah.
618-462-3205 or altonlittletheater.org to get your tickets today. Corinne, Lee Cox, as always, it's been fun.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. Top of the hour news rolls around the corner next.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Top of the hour news, 10:07 on this Thursday morning. You can enjoy the sounds of the award-winning country artist Scotty McCreery and the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry as he takes the stage at Alton Amphitheater at 8 p.m. on Friday, August the 9th. And a Friday evening on the Alton Riverfront with an award-winning artist like Scotty McCreery will be a great night for Alton. And a great night for the region, said Dan Herkert, the commission chair of the Alton Amphitheater Commission. Tickets sales will begin at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow for Scotty McCreery fan club members with that pre-sale. Now, if you are not a member of the fan club, general ticket sales and ticket sales for the general public begin at 9:30 a.m. on Monday, May the 6th. Tickets, very affordable. VIP tickets sell for $79, reserve tickets for $59, and general admission for $39 plus all applicable taxes and fees. Tickets will be available at metrotix.com and through MetroTix outlets. Also in the news today, on April the 23rd, Nicholas P. Rogers, a 31-year-old man previously listed among Madison County's top 10 most wanted, was arrested by the U.S. Marshals in Clayton, Missouri. Madison County Deputy Sheriff Marcus Polito did confirm the arrest on May 1. Rogers, wanted for a severe charge involving child pornography with victims under the ages of 13, is now detained in the Madison County Jail. The successful capture followed a tip from the community, leading to further investigation and ultimately Rogers' apprehension. The community can access ongoing updates and information through the Madison County Sheriff's Office app. Commander Casey Farrow of the Illinois State Police Troop 8 did announce outcomes of a roadside safety check that was conducted in Madison County. I actually drove by this while it happened. The operation did take place on Illinois Route 143 eastbound at Lock and Dam Way from late night on April the 28th to the early morning of April the 29th. Now, during this checkpoint, there were no DUI citations issued, but officers recorded 2 other alcohol or drug-related citations, 5 occupant restraint offenses, 21 registration offenses, 12 driver license offenses, and 8 insurance violations, totaling 54 citations and arrests. Additionally, 7 written warnings were given. Roadside safety checks like this one are funded by the Illinois Department of Transportation and are crucial for enhancing road safety by targeting and removing potentially dangerous drivers under the influence of alcohol or drugs. These initiatives are part of a broader effort to reduce traffic fatalities, which are alarmingly high due to impaired driving. The Edwardsville Police also reported that during Distracted Driving Awareness Month in April, the department issued 99 citations for violations of the hands-free law and 4 other citations. Edwardsville Police Lieutenant Brandon Whitaker emphasized the ongoing issues with distracted driving in the community, which often leads to severe consequences. Despite the end of Awareness Month, efforts to curb distracted driving will persist. The campaign was a joint effort with the Illinois State Police and other local and highway safety partners supported by federal funds administered by IDOT. Out of Godfrey, the community gathered at Glazebrook Park on May the 1st to enjoy the annual Big Truck Day from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Children from the Riverbend region had the opportunity to explore a variety of large vehicles, including buses, fire trucks, and ambulances. The event, organized by the Godfrey Park and Recreation Department, was free of charge and attracted numerous schools and daycares, allowing students to learn about different vehicles and related careers. Attendees enjoyed activities like honking horns, turning on the sirens, and interacting with emergency responders. Jordan Gentz, the recreation supervisor, noted the event's popularity and its educational value for young attendees. The American Lung Association's State of the Air report for 2024 has revealed some ongoing air quality challenges in St. Louis and neighboring counties. Madison and Jersey counties received F and D grades respectively, reflecting persistent issues with the ozone and particle pollution. Macoupin and St. Clair counties fared slightly better, with grades of a B and C. Despite these challenges, St. Louis avoided ranking among the top 25 most ozone-polluted cities, placing 30th out of 228. The report highlights a concerning trend. 39% of Americans live in areas with unhealthy air, a significant increase from the previous years. Local efforts continue to focus on reducing emissions and improving public health, especially during the summer months when air quality is most at risk. The Clean Air Partnership is ramping up efforts to keep the community informed and engaged in air quality improvement practices. Finally, in the news today, in Illinois, every 6 minutes, someone is sexually assaulted. A statistic that underscores the critical role of the Metro East Every Survivor Counts, a rape crisis center serving Madison and St. Clair counties. This organization offers essential services such as free medical and legal advocacy, counseling, and emotional support to survivors. And despite financial struggles that almost forced its closure in January of last year, the dedicated staff worked unpaid for months, to keep the center operational. They have since hosted successful fundraising events like the upcoming second annual gala on June the 22nd to ensure continued support for survivors. With over 160 medical advocacy calls and nearly 900 counseling hours provided since July of last year, Metro East ESC remains a vital lifeline in the community, making a substantial difference in the lives of those affected by sexual assault. Let's take a look at weather. That's what happened around the Riverbend. 10:14's the time, running a little bit behind. It feels like 88 degrees out there. Oh boy, my boy. It's 80 though for the real temperature. Today, breezy with with times of clouds, and sun. It will be very warm today. A thunderstorm in spots late this afternoon, and tonight mild with a couple of heavy thunderstorms. And be careful, as these thunderstorms can bring flooding downpours, hail, and damaging wind gusts. Temperatures will reach 90 degrees today, drop down to 65 overnight. On Friday, a high of 75, a low of 57 degrees. On Saturday, a high of 80, a low of 56 degrees as we enjoy the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. On Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, a high of 77, a low of 62. And on Monday, the 6th of May, a high of 80, a low of 66 degrees. No rain in the forecast after today, but we'll see what tomorrow brings us. For time and temperature throughout the day, you give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back. Rehab, recover, and return home. Also, before I take a quick break and send you to Skycam and talk to the Alton Middle School, some of the students from that podcasting field trip, some that are interested in podcasting, joined us on the show yesterday. If you have a son or daughter that was born between 2006 through 2018, the Irish Soccer Club is inviting you to the 2025 tryouts, May 20th through the 23rd at Glazebrook Park. The Irish Soccer Club is a great club. It's a great organization where, maybe for a couple of years, your son or daughter has been playing very well in the park and recreation leagues, which is great. But now maybe it's time to make that next step. With a dedicated coaching staff and training staff, your son and or daughter will be receiving top-notch training and in a competitive but friendly environment to where everyone wants what's best for the team, and we develop the skills, which is most important in making sure that we have a great foundation of soccer, which the Irish Soccer Club has been doing for years. You got to go to irishsoccerclub.com today to sign up and register for tryouts. That's irishsoccerclub.com today, and don't forget to tell them that Coach CJ had you sign on up. Let's take a look at Skycam, and we'll come back with more of our daily show after this.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry. Talk to me, Dream Team. We've got showing.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
If I really could have hung the moon, would it change your mind? If I could cry a little
Welcome in. It is a Thursday morning and the second day of May. We got Chris, Riley, Ava, and Summer from Alton Middle School in the studio on a field trip. And I've been loving talking to the Alton Middle Schoolers, and now a chance of podcasting next year. A chance?
Yes.
So, right off the bat, how was your field trip today? How has it been getting out of school and class?
Great. It was fun.
I'm so glad I'm not in class.
You're so
me too. Yeah. We feel the same.
Well, and now, whenever you're able to go out and about and do some things like this, what's it like to, be able just to explore the community and learn more about, local news anyway?
I feel smarter.
Yeah. And now, what grades are we in?
Seventh.
All of us are in seventh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And now, how's seventh grade wrapping up?
Pretty good.
Honestly,
Honestly, there's a lot of more tests at the end of the year.
No,
I want to go somewhere.
Do you all have to do the Constitution test, or is that the 8th graders?
We already did that.
Oh, gotta go.
It went good. It was okay. It was okay. I didn't want to do it.
So, which classes are we a part of? Some of you guys are with Miss Keith. Some of you are with Mrs. Lovett, correct?
Yes. I am with Miss Keith.
We're with Miss Lovett.
And we're with Miss Keith.
And what do you and take me through some of the stuff y'all are working on in class?
Communities.
Yeah, our communities. We're gonna do a presentation.
Right now, we're doing My Perfect Community. It's just like stuff that we want in a community if we ever
or
had
stuff
a chance
we need
to make one.
Yeah, well, fill me in. What are some of the things that you're working on in this project? Can you spill a little bit of the secrets before it happens?
Like.
So, do you have any topics?
I put So we had to make a list, and then we had to narrow it down to 3 things that we wanted, which it was kind of hard because I had like a lot of stuff. But like, I picked like the things that made the most sense, honestly. Like a huge grocery store with everything I want in it. Obviously, like my friends and family because I want them in there. And then I think I put like, I think my last option was like a huge mall because like that's where I get my clothes and shoes from. Because if I had 3 options, then.
Really cool. Anyone else want to fill me in?
So I put like helping out like with communities so you can have like just fun organizations and like no trash on the ground, like so it's a clean community.
I like it. Chris?
So like if we do something like as a bunch of kids getting together, it would have like for it to be more organized and stuff.
Really cool. Hey, Chris, slide on in closer to Riley over there so we can see you better. My lower third's really high. And then, Summer, take me through what you're working on.
I'm working on, like, for my first paragraph for it, I'm working on how we can recycle and how we can, because recycling can help with our community. It can also help with the animals, too.
That's super cool. Well, how have you guys liked your classes so far at Alton Middle School this year? Has it been good?
Yeah.
Good answer. Well, and take me through some of the things that you're interested in. So, Summer, you are interested in doing the podcast next year, correct? Have you listened to it so far?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Well, that's okay.
I don't know where it's at.
Oh, okay. Well, the good thing is May the 7th, I'll be on for the last episode. So that way we'll have to have all of us listening to it. Now, do you guys listen to podcasts or any type of talk shows?
Not really.
I'll listen to a couple podcasts.
No.
What podcast?
Like mystery and like.
I'm like, have you heard of Mr. Ballin that does the missing 411s and like the anomaly? He's really cool. He's a Navy SEAL that comes up with some awesome stuff. Well, coming in today, what do you guys think of the building? Is it a lot bigger than you guys thought it'd be?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never knew this was down here. I've only been here for like RiverBender on Fridays. So like I've been like in like the vault, but.
So what's funny is when I was a kid, we had the same thing for the Riverbend Community Center. And when I got to come back down and work here, it was kind of bizarre because I thought, man, I've never seen this room before. You know? Now, how many days of school do y'all have left?
Like 12.
Yeah. Isn't May 1st today?
It is May 1st.
Doesn't
we get out on
like
the
16th?
Yeah. So we have like 15 days left, including weekends.
And now, what does 8th grade look like for you guys? You already have your plans made for some electives we're going to take, any of those fun classes, what we're doing this summer? You want to fill me in?
The only plan I'm thinking about 8th grade is me feeling like I'm top dog.
There you go. I like that. Ava?
Like I'm better than everybody.
I don't know. I really haven't started like thinking about that. I'm just trying to get this school year over with.
That was my thought. Same. Well, and whenever you guys are heading into summer when it wraps up, how does a middle school wrap up for you guys? Is it just the last week of school is over? You guys have any big tests coming up you want to fill us in on?
I think they're in the main and me and Chris are in the annex. So I think for us in science, we're working till school ends.
Yeah, we got like a presentation.
Yeah, we got
presentation.
But in our other classes, we shouldn't be doing that much. We have a field day and we're going to the zoo this Friday.
Oh,
as a field trip.
Man,
I'm excited.
Well, I miss middle school. I'm telling you.
We have a lot more field trips now.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
and old school.
Oh, okay. Really? That's cool. Well, before I say goodbye to the middle schoolers today, I just think it's cool that you guys have a podcast. And it is online. You can find it on the school district's Facebook page. They post the link every time it's out. But do you have any thoughts for after coming here that maybe you want to do a podcast even more?
Yeah, I hope that...
It makes me feel famous.
Good. Good answers.
For 8th grade, they were talking about how... Because I was in AVID last year with Miss Keith, and now I'm in AVID this year with Miss Lovett. So I don't know if I'll be an AVID again, but they said I could like request to be an AVID.
Yeah, that's what my mom did.
Really cool. Well, I hope it all works out. And Chris, how are you feeling about 8th grade? You feeling pretty good about it?
Yeah.
Really cool. Did you like your field trip today, at least coming down and seeing it a little bit? Really cool. Well, guys, it's been fun talking, and I always like the chance we get to showcase some of the students just like we did at the Alton High Career Fair. But before I take a quick break, someone that always showcases students is Hainer Library. They're one of our sponsors of the show. Hainer Library is a door to knowledge. You guys have any papers you had to write?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, whenever you get to high school and you're writing those research papers, Google's wrong. You're going to find that out. You know who else?
I know that already.
Do you? You know who's always right? Hainer Library, with the way that they do their resources, and Citation Helper, where they give you a tool where you just copy it in there. They give you the best database to find out all the information you need for those research papers, and you can even rent ghost hunting equipment, podcasting equipment from their library of things. All that's available at HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org, and once you stop in, don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible thing to lose.
Talk about no better way to end a show. Rachel and Co, Jonas and Rachel in studio. How are we doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm telling you what, it's been busy. I've just been going nonstop, and you guys have too.
Say the least.
Right.
Yeah.
So where do we start on all of this?
Well, Rachel's coming, so Rachel does what Rachel's doing best. She feeds you, and she loves to take care of people. And she brought you a plethora of all kinds of different things that we're now carrying, and we're excited about at Rachel and Company.
So, Rachel, take it away. Lead me off here. What'd you bring?
Start with your breakfast items. You've got a couple of our C&B boiled bagels now that we're carrying in-house now. So we've brought you one of each. You've got a little variety of plain. And we have everything, blueberries, cinnamon raisin.
Oh my God. Look at that everything bagel. You can see it even from that webcam back there, man. This is incredible. So you guys bought C&B's
So we didn't buy. What I did is I just went over there and I just had a discussion with Favaza. So Amaghetti's over on the hill. They bought C&B boiled bagel. It's actually known as Amaghetti's boiled bagels now.
Oh, okay.
So they've rebranded in a sense, and now I wanted it to have because the people loved it. Yeah. And I kept hearing all the time in our store, man, you guys need bagels. We need bagels. We need C&B. We need C&B. And I was like, why couldn't we get it? So I went and had a discussion with him, lovely gentleman, and we're off and running. Little did I know that it was also Amaghetti's, famous for Amaghetti sandwiches. So I brought the Amaghetti to in-house as well, and we're working on quite a few other items to have. So we don't just do the bagels now and the smears. We've also increased some smears, but we also have the breakfast sandwich. So you can come get the bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese built in the house, and it's been crazy.
Don't worry, we brought you sandwiches.
Oh my God, no way.
We did.
I seriously haven't showed you the back. This is talking about really bringing that culinary experience to the Riverbend, because not even just Wood River, not anyone else has that type of selection where you can go in and you're getting literally not just a taste of the hill, you are getting a portion of the hill, you're getting a portion of so many great food items, plus already the staple Rachel and Co. items that we're all used to. Talk about a win.
You got it.
How long did it take to get all these things ironed out? Was it quite a bit of a timetable?
Yeah, it was a little bit of back and forth on how we were going to work the logistics of it, and the hardest part, and it's something I buckled down with and just did, was the back and forth delivery, because he didn't have delivery schedule to Illinois side.
Gotcha.
But he's also very strict about the quality of what he puts out and the freshness of the product. So I have to drive there every day to get an allotted amount to maintain his quality preferences.
That's incredible, though, and that just shows, too, for the local audience, what it takes to really provide that experience for us. It's not delivered on a freezer. You're going over there and you're picking it up and bringing it in fresh, and that's the coolest part of this.
Absolutely, and it is second down. It's second to none, and I'm getting there, and they're finishing up making them. And it's being done right there. And it's amazing. The process is amazing.
Is it kind of cool whenever you go pick up? Because to me, I get really sentimental about that type of stuff. Because I call that old Americana way of doing business. You drive over, pick up the stuff, you have some chats with some folks, and then you drive on back. I love that type of work.
I do too, and it's worth it. So, and I had a customer ask me just this morning. They said, you drive over there every morning. You get up at 4 o'clock, drive over there every morning to get this. And I was like, as long as you guys keep wanting them, I'll keep driving it. Whatever.
That's incredible. But that's what it takes to be a successful not only business owner, but stakeholder in the community that provides those things. Because it's one thing to open a brick and mortar, you put a sign up on it, and then you just open from 8 to 8, and that's it. But whenever you're doing the things like this and you're bringing interests and taste palettes that your customers want over here, you can't ask for much more. And how long has it been now with Rachel and Co? Only a couple years?
No, it's just
we just hit our year mark.
Oh my God! No way. Talk about an incredible year, though. Yeah. Rachel, how does it feel, really, from start to where we are now? This has got to be, almost hair-raising.
It's almost speechless, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we started a year ago, and we thought, we've got this. We've got it under control. We still learn every day something new that we're going to do, or something we got to, we increase something. I mean, it's been a wonderful, beautiful year we've had.
So we were talking last time with the announcement of the Wood River Main Street, and how's everything going for that so far? Pretty good?
It is on fire. I mean, Kristen is knocking that one out of the park. She's sat into her position very well. The plan she has, the scheduling she's doing, the teams that she's building. I mean, she was born for this. It's just that simple.
Really was. And we were kind of talking a little bit, too, during that about how everything got started with Rachel and Co. But, Rachel, take me through the inception of the business here, because I got to hear it right from both of you now.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We saw the opportunity downtown. We are just a local family, is what I mean. We grew up, born and raised in Wood River, grew up in Wood River, met in Wood River. Now raising our own children in the same community, and we just he saw the opportunity and his vision came to life, and then I stepped in, and we between the two of us have created an amazing thing.
Now, I got to ask the standard question. 10 years ago, if I asked you, so are you going to be owning a coffee shop and basically a food bistro from a regional bistro, would you have said yes?
Heavens no. 10 years ago, I would have said, I'll be right where I am right now. I probably won't change. Nothing will change. And now I look back and I'm like, I can't imagine doing anything we've done in the past.
Well, we were talking last time, too, about what it means to really be a part of the community in which you work. And for you, Rachel, I asked Jonas this question, too. Born and raised, you meet there. What's it like to really own a business in a community that you have so much value to in your personal life and part of who you are as a person?
It takes the beautiful part of everything. Like
Yeah.
the whole community. That is what I do. I do it with a passion.
Yeah.
Like what I do is passion. I don't do it driven by money. It's not driven by money. It's not driven by anything else. It's by passion. So what we have is a beautiful thing.
And I'll ask both of you this. Is there a little bit more at stake whenever you're doing something like that in it's such a deep-rooted place? Because, I mean, regardless, it takes a lot of stress and there's a lot of things that go on outside of, the sign and the business. But whenever you're a part of, like me being here in Alton with the show and starting it here, I kind of had that same type of, not scaredness, but stiffness to it, where it's like, man, this is a family's legacy, everybody that we've had living here, and now we're putting this next chapter. Was there any of that come into play at all?
Well, I'm always scared.
Every day.
I'm scared of everything, so I'm not gonna lie. Like
you and I will get along today.
Yes.
And I'm the king of walking into the shift and going, I got an idea. And everybody
every day we have a new idea.
And they're like, oh god.
And so our employees have when he walks in and he says, I have a new idea, I just look at them, I'm like, okay, what's today gonna bring? And it's usually a wonderful idea, but me, I'm like, oh no, how are we gonna make that execute?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do that? How is it gonna work? And he's like, don't worry, I have a plan. It's gonna work. And I'm like, and every one of them has been beautiful. So I mean, they all work out fine.
We got that one.
So I would say about 60% of the time it works every time. You know what I mean? And I'm fearless when it comes to it because I have crashed and burned so hard within the business world, and it's those failures that let you know exactly where you are, where you aren't. And as long as you grow from them, it's just part of the process. So I fear not when it comes to that. And I will try something twice just to make sure.
I'm scared of everything.
Yeah.
So
still,
I think that's so cool though to see that dynamic, because I don't think you can be successful without those checks and balances, because there's always got to be some caution before everything, but there's also got to be that let's kick the darn door open and let's keep moving.
And she does reel me in.
Yeah, you got to have it.
Times.
You got to have it.
So sometimes I can. Some things he's like, no, this is happening and we're gonna make it happen, and we do. Like we make it happen. Like. So that's awesome.
Take me through the latest reaction to the new additions to Rachel and Co. Has the community really opened up with this and just went thank you?
Yeah. So the community has never not been thankful or amazing, and it's because of them. And like I say the community is the Co. in Rachel and Co. And they're the ones. Some of these ideas come from them.
Yeah.
Some of these ideas, like we know, well, not me, Rachel. Rachel knows our customers' drinks. She knows, they walk in the door, she already knows what they're drinking. She knows what they're doing for the day. She's updating with them on stuff they got going on. It blows my mind on how that works with her.
Let me ask you both, because I think that's really an important notion, because I think small businesses in a community like ours anyway, the Riverbend region, really need to be a secondary family to their customers, because we're not in New York and we aren't going to go meet with the president in 25 minutes. We're normal people, blue-collar folks. And I think that's an invaluable part of any business, and that's what becomes staple when you're becoming not just friends or, hey, I know who you are and thanks for coming in and shopping, but when you're listening to, hey, well, I would think you guys would do awesome with this, so let's try it out. And it becomes really that secondary branch of someone's daily routine and just who their family are and who they go to.
Yep.
That's my thought on it.
And Rachel is and I knew she would be.
Yeah.
She's such a great person, a good soul, that I knew that her being in charge of this brand, the face of this brand, and just making it her, because she's a good-hearted person. She's a wonderful mom. She's a wonderful human being. She means everything she does. She puts value in it. And you can really taste it. You can smell it in our facility. It's got a warm vibe. And that's what we want to keep throughout all of our locations we're getting ready to pop.
I couldn't have had a better bite just then. Number one. This was the Cinnabon?
Yeah, so what that is, it's like a Cinnabon pie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You were talking about, all the smells and stuff, and I had that bite right when you were doing that. And I'm like, yep, amen.
That was it.
Checked every box, We have some breaking national news. We're going to take a quick break and come back. But Fox News is reporting the AP is picking up that a second whistleblower for Boeing has died suddenly. And this is going to be grabbing the news today. AP has the story. We'll report it here on Riverbender soon. This is the second whistleblower that has died suddenly in months. Fox News reports first, AP reports second. We'll have more as time develops here. But our conversation with Jonas and Rachel and Co. comes back right after this on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back, 1045. You couldn't hear that conversation. As we come back, talking to Jonas and Rachel some more, take me through the community in Wood River, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm in the studio quite a bit. And my goal is this summer is to go on a weekend and just take an afternoon and go walk downtown Wood River, make a few stops. But
Absolutely.
Take me through how's everything been developing? Because, we've been covering Wood River for pretty intensely the last couple of years, and it seems like this last 7 months has been really great for the community. Is that kind of the case?
Absolutely. So if you were to come down on, let's say, a Saturday morning, let's just paint a picture for you. Come down on Saturday morning, early, the birds are chirping. We've got the cafe music going on our corner. Cleary's is getting in. They're starting up. They're selling shoes, and we've got people walking up and down the streets. We've got movement happening. Burger bar starts happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you're seeing commerce. You're seeing families walking together up and down the lanes. They're stopping in, and we've got gauchos down the street. They're getting ready to fire up the steakhouse soon. We've got so many things slate to just increase that it's just getting bigger and bigger and faster. We got Quigley Sports Emporium. That's next to the Wood River Business Development Office. They're working on their facility now. That's going to be a great community-driven store.
So I wanted to ask you this because I think that so many small towns are forgetting about that point in general. Because, it's great to have all these really nice buildings and things, and we got to have corporate office space. I get it. But if you don't have a quality of life for the folks that just want to go take a stroll with their family, that's not necessarily in a damn bar, and just go and have a nice Saturday morning, you aren't going to have small town America. And when I was hearing about what's going on in Woods River, it is just that, where you have folks and families every week, even if it's the middle of summer, going out on a Monday, Tuesday morning, stopping. And that's what makes the community grow and that local economy grow more. It's not going to just grow from, TIF districts. It's going to grow from spins.
You got it.
That's just my thought.
No, you got it. Yeah. And when we say economic development, in Wood River, we don't just mean the infrastructure base.
Right.
We mean the economic development. We mean the betterment for all people within that area.
Yeah.
We want to see the families there. We want to see the diverse commerce. We want to see the full spectrum of what it takes for a city to thrive. And if you were to walk down there right now, you don't see the random guy walking down the phone buried in a phone.
Yeah.
You see him talking and laughing and chatting. And
yes.
It's amazing.
Well, and they're actually absorbing their community.
Yeah.
Because we have a problem in some communities in the Riverbend where it's like, man, we have nothing going on. But there's really a lot going on. It's just when your head's in the sand and you aren't able to really open up and see it and take that stroll down Main Street and really have those conversations, you're going to be missing out on a lot. And that's what Wood River's just on fire right now. Seriously, you're just on fire.
And it's not just downtown either. So
no.
We're growing across the city. So from Mexican restaurants to sports barns to the infrastructure coming off 285 slated, we are going to be in a situation that we have never been before, and I feel that it's going to be the best situation because it's all driven by positivity.
You're right. And, everyone's on the same page, too. And that's what I've said to other communities. Because, before I started the show, I'd get called to consult on a few things. And I said, you can fight behind the scenes, but in public, you got to be a unified front. And not saying that you got to fake it and lie about all of our happiness, but you guys got to be on the same page to move forward. And that's what I think you all are doing now in Wood River is that positive mindset of, hey, let's take it step by step. Let's talk about it later on, but we're going to put this positive image out there because this is what we're bringing in and it's working.
Yeah.
It's a snow globe.
And the checks and balances have to be there.
Yes.
There has to be an open platform for discussion. Just because one point of view has been brought to the table and somebody else has a different one, there's no right or wrong there. There needs to be discussion to figure out which middle ground meets the way. And that's what it needs to go. So we've come too far, in my opinion, as far as the right or left side of situation.
Yep.
But where's the middle ground? And we are a firm believer of giving everybody at Rachel & Company a platform. Yep. And they can have a platform, again, no matter their social status, no matter race, creed, whatever the fact. It's a place you can safely come have a conversation and work through it. And it's working.
It 100% is. And Rachel, what are your takeaways on all of this, all the developments, all the positive images that are going on? Is it really bringing the community together in your mind too?
Absolutely is. So I feel like downtown has really created something for everyone.
Yeah.
So we have it for your families. We have it for just those couples who don't have kids that want to come down, have breakfast, sit outside, have lunch down the street. When they're done with all the kids, they're heading down to Sweet Tooth, getting some candy. We visit there quite often.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just all of those different aspects. It's got something for everybody.
Well, and what I think is cool too is you hit a really good point there. There's, retirement villages and things that for older adults. But I always wondered about that is when families come in to visit, grandma and grandpa, where are they going to go? And the fact that you have the diversification of restaurants in different places, and the Sweet Tooth, where you can go see grandma at one of the really nice rehabilitation and nursing homes that are in Wood River, like Fox's Grove.
Yeah.
Come on down to Rachel and Co. Go up to the Sweet Tooth, maybe go get a sit-down dinner somewhere. But that's what makes the experience. It's just not, people think one-sided on a lot of things, where it's like, well, let's just have a great event complex. Well, that's only one portion of the people.
Yeah.
There's people that live 9 to 5s. They got people to go visit in Wood River, places to go see. And what are you going to do to bring those in? And that's how you do it.
And I see the people now that have been gone from Wood River that have come back, stopped in, be like, we found you on Google. We just want to try you out. Oh my God, what's going on with Wood River?
Right.
I love that. I love that.
And that's how you know it's working.
Yes.
Because I knew it for everyone that was really working hard for this. It took a while for the train to start moving, but that's the hardest part. Once the train starts moving, it's hard to stop the darn thing, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we've talked a bunch, but let's give some calls to action. Rachel and Co., give us the hours for the folks in Riverbend,
Sure.
St. Charles County that are going to be coming over.
Yeah, we're here Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. We recently just extended our hours for spring, summer, and fall.
Nice.
We are also open on Sundays now, so that's a new day. We were originally closed on
Sunday
Sundays.
brunch.
Nice.
Sunday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. A lot of times on Sundays we'll run a special. We keep those updated on our Facebook as well. We do anything from your pulled pork sandwich plates to your smash burgers to your biscuits and gravy for breakfast. But we usually try to pull a special at least once every Sunday. So
Really cool.
So yeah, that's exciting for spring, summer, and fall.
And just to recap, take me to all the new amenities inside Rachel and Co.
Well, what we've done, we've increased everything. So based on the volume of people we're seeing, we're trying to keep up with that. So we try to minimize the wait, make sure everybody has a good experience. So capacity from ice machine all the way up to sinks. We've increased the capacity for everything. We've added more baristas, a couple of great new gals. They're hardworking. One was actually an employee with CB Boyle Bagel, so
cool.
I got her, so she's familiar with kind of the industry. And then also we're launching the food trailers, getting ready to launch. And you can get on our website on that www.rachelscoffee.com.
RachelsCoffee.com.
And then you can book us on there. You can schedule it out there, or give us a call at 618-216-2525. And that is we come to you full service. Can't come to us, we'll come to you.
Good slogan there. I got a question though. Is it for any type of event? Can it be like a private event, organization, corporate, any of those things?
You name it. If it's just you need a coffee and just want a single truck outside your house, I'll come with a truck. We don't say no.
Well, before I let you go, we've been talking for almost 30 minutes or 20 minutes. What is this in my hand?
So we actually talked about that the last time, the chicken salad.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That is the Rachel and Company chicken salad. That is actually a family recipe. So
taste test. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, Jonas and Rachel, but yeah, I feel you.
So I hate chicken salad.
Yeah, so most people do.
That is incredible. That is actually the best chicken salad I've ever had. I don't like chicken salad.
Keep it pretty simple. That's the goal. But yet have enough flavor in it.
Oh my God.
It's that sweet. That's what it does it. It's that sweet.
You've changed my whole entire outlook on chicken. I'm not even being funny. That is amazing.
That's what we do with people coffee too. So the non-coffee drinkers, we change. We're here to change minds. And again, it's just showing that a good conversation can have,
I just love it. You can find more information on rachelscoffee.com.
Yep,
and
that's correct.
On their Facebook page, Rachel and Co. Coffee House. This is a really great local business. I love that you guys live local. I just love it. You live local, you love local, and that's why Wood River is, with the help of the army of positivity that's going on and the greatness that's going on Wood River Main Street City officials, life's looking pretty good over there. And I hope to see you at Rachel and Co. Coffee House. Stop by, see Jonas and Rachel, get some amagettis, get some bagels, get some chicken salad, get the whole gauntlet, and call yourself a successful morning. We'll take a quick break and wrap up the Thursday morning that was right after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. I'm out of time. I gotta eat a bunch of food, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday, the 3rd day of May. So enjoy your Thursday. Get an umbrella out and try your very best to stay out of jail.